Hello, and welcome to this special Christmas episode of Anime Audio Commentary. Today I'll be commenting on episode 22 of Ore Monogatari. If you'd like to watch along, then start watching now. So last we left off, Yukika, Takeo, and everyone else, they're all going to the zoo on what is presumably a double date, you know. What's really nice is that Yamato, she's really going out of her way to help Yukika, help her get ready, get cute clothes and all that. You know, I get the feeling that clothes aren't going to be much of an issue on how things play out, you know. I mean, they're going to some supreme effort to try and tailor her outfit, but you know, I get the feeling that she's not going to have to go out of her way for anything, you know. You know what? I think that outfit suits her. You know, there was this notion that Makoto didn't mind whatever she wore. You know, she could wear whatever she wanted. But I think this was ultimately a good choice, you know. It's cute but not overstated. So, unfortunately, she seems to be rather tense. You know, I was sort of hoping this, I guess, looking cute would help her relax, you know, taking one thing off her mind, you know. So, you know, the first thing I'm noticing here is that Makoto doesn't really seem to be with the three of them, and that Yukika certainly knows a lot about animals and stuff that Makoto knows about animals. Yeah, now I'm wondering, what precisely his justification is for talking to other people, not really hanging out with his friends, you know? Yeah, you know, this is kind of, out there for a double date, you know? I feel like, it's rather unfortunate, but Takeo and Yamato might have to pull their weight here to try and facilitate things. You know, darn, like, they've got the double date, you know. I was hoping that this would sort of help Yukika come out of her shell, but it's not really, working. Yeah, you know, I hate to say it, but I guess I'm a little less sanguine than I was before that everything will work out, if only because Yukika can't seem to get out of her own way. And unfortunately, I think that might be the lesson of all this, you know. If you want something, you have to go out and get it for yourself. You can't rely on other people doing it for you. You can't rely on things coming to you on their own. Yeah. It's not surprising that Takeo and the gorilla sort of greatly resemble one another. It's not exactly a flattering comparison, but, I guess they're both big, strong animals. And it's nice that Yukika gets to see this side of Makoto, laughing and enjoying himself, because he doesn't really tend to do that. So I'm wondering if this rain here might be a handy little plot device, if they're sort of confined in the same area, they might actually get something done. Yukika seems to be resolving herself, but, that's kind of questionable. I was sort of hoping this date would be the kick she needed. I mean, she kind of got the hard part over with already, she dropped the bomb, I love you and all that, I feel like you just have to be more sincere. Not that that wasn't sincere, rather, but more low-key, I guess. That's good. While they're just talking about mundane stuff, she can do it. Although I think, maybe you don't have to take the victory and walk away. You can press your advantage, keep talking. Okay. So there's an animal trivia competition. I think this might be something good, if they know a lot about animals. Especially if you have to do it in pairs, this should be a shoo-in, right? Unless, of course, there's also some other monkey enthusiasts in the crowd. Ooh. Alright. Yukiko was too scared to make a move, but Makoto, he did it. Wow. That's something for a first date, alright. Hand-holding just like that. Well, that's, oh, it's a true or false thing. I was gonna say, giraffes having purple tongues to absorb UV light. That, that would be interesting. And what's very interesting is that Yukika, she really knows a lot about animals. And there's a whole bunch of interesting biology behind it, too. This might be interesting. The idea that this sort of thing would draw out a competitive spirit and therefore make her more assertive. I mean, in retrospect, it seems like Makoto didn't really do anything, but, yeah, that's interesting, this sort of admission that she did the whole thing, but it's remarkable that she knows all this information. That's not bad. They have something in common. They like reading, they could bond over that. Alright. So we're not getting anything definitive right now. Makoto's keeping his cards close to his chest. But I feel like, if nothing else, this is a good first step, I guess you just sort of have to keep moving in this direction and everything will work out. Yeah, that's, it's nice that this was the best day of Yukika's life, as she put it herself. It's, maybe it's kind of sad in a way, seeing as how most of this was so mundane and most of the day was spent with her cowering, but I don't know. I think I prefer to interpret it as sweet. Yeah, I'm wondering where things go from here, you know. Surely, if there's going to be a second date, it's got to be like a double date kind of affair. I don't know if they're ready to do it one-on-one. Although, that little stinger, that's rather discouraging. Oh no. I don't like this one bit. You know, Makoto, I guess he turned her down. Or let her down gently or something. Not that, she's taking it remarkably well. Oh, that hurts. You know, it's not that he liked her, it's that, you know, he didn't want to just not give her a chance, I guess. Oh, darn. You know, kind of at a loss for words. I didn't think this was going to end up like this. Granted, you know, we're only at the halfway point of the episode. Darn. You know, I'm not sure what precisely the narrative purpose of this whole thing is, you know. Because up until now, everything had been fairly optimistic. Not that this is pessimistic by any means, you know, sometimes things just don't work out. But, I mean, Yukiko has decidedly learned the wrong lesson from this. She shouldn't have tried in the first place, and that's not true. However, I feel like there's got to be a bit more than this than we know immediately. I'm wondering what Makoto's reasoning is. And at the same time, you know, I'm wondering if this is like a bluff or a fake out. You know. Alright, well that's rather distressing, the way she's sending texts like that. And you know, I guess the worst part is that Yukika had sort of been getting along with Takeo and Yamato. And man, you know, it's unfortunate to sort of make friends like this and then no longer associate with them. Yeah, you know, it's rather anticlimactic, you know. Nothing really happened, there's no closure. I mean, maybe it truly was a non-starter from the beginning, but, yeah, you know, I'm wondering whether or not... I think it was Shakespeare. You know, it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. I'm wondering how much that applies here. And, you know, if telling Yukika that would really be helpful. I get the feeling it likely wouldn't be. I mean, you know, this was like sort of a years-long process that's come to a close here. And rather unceremoniously, too. So I'm wondering to what end this will, you know, head towards. Like, I mean, Yukika, she doesn't seem to want to associate with any of them anymore. Not necessarily because she doesn't want to, but because... yeah, man. It is tough. You know, I can definitely appreciate her position. Yeah, you know, I'm really hoping that Takeo can talk some sense into her. Or maybe not sense but reassure her that, things aren't as hopeless as they seem. Things might not work out with Makoto, but, this need not be the end. And I guess it's fortunate that Yamato's here to go into the girls' room, because, Takeo, despite being willing to help, there's some boundaries he can't exactly cross. I'm wondering if this represents turning a corner, that Yukika came out here and sort of defended Takeo. I'm hoping it is, I'd like her to be happy. And it seems like it might be a bit of a long shot from where we currently are, but I'm just hoping things improve. Okay, so I think this was definitely a cheeky thing to only hear one half of the conversation. He wants to meet with Yukika, but we don't know what Makoto's up to. I don't know if this is the start of a relationship or anything. In fact, I feel like it probably isn't, but I'm hoping there's going to be some sort of good resolution here. Oh. Alright. That's something, alright. That recontextualizes him going to the bookstore. No doubt he bought her something. And, yeah. Probably for the best we didn't hear that last line. But, I guess this is it. I mean, if nothing else, Yukiko seems to be accepting it better now, but... Man, I don't know what to make of this. So I guess good on Makoto for picking out a gift that he knew she would like and would be meaningful. I guess it's just very unfortunate that things didn't really work out. And the thing that's bothering me the most is we don't really know why none of this really worked out. We don't know Makoto's reasoning. As always, he's just sort of, very impassive. He doesn't make it known what he's thinking, so... Darn, it really could be any reason. And I feel like neither Yukika nor some narrator is going to let us know exactly what happened. I'm hoping, if nothing else, it seems as though Yukika has taken on Takeo as something of a role model, and maybe... just maybe she'll gain some degree of that resilience going forward. Yeah, I don't know. The more that this goes on, it really seems like the two are just incompatible and that no one was really at fault. And that, if Yukika were to, I guess, find somebody more in line with her, then that would probably be for the best. It is kind of sad and melancholy, but I guess it's nice that there is some degree of closure and, I guess, acceptance. And, that's probably a really good sign that she wants Makoto to be happy too and find somebody he can love. I'm glad she's not being vindictive, even when it would be, if not necessarily reasonable, understandable for her to be. And I guess it's nice that she and Yamato seem to be reasonably good friends now too. So I guess the question is, are we going to learn anything about Makoto, about how this whole thing happened? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're definitely getting some subtext here, but, I don't know about that. Alright, well that's it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, then by all means, tune in for the next one. Merry Christmas, Space Cowboy.